Are you serious? Are you serious? Guys, we need to pray for this guy down in South Carolina. Todd Kincannon, an attorney, has just proclaimed himself Jesus Christ and then slaughtered a dog in his kitchen. Now, look, are you serious? What? Yes, he really did, and there's something not right. Now, he's an attorney, very well-respected attorney, down there in South Carolina. Something snapped, guys. Seriously, something has snapped. Now, proclaiming himself to be the second coming of Jesus Christ, former South Carolina attorney Todd Kincannon ritually slaughtered a dog inside his Simpsonville, South Carolina home where he lives with his parents. According to police, the 37-year-old attorney and political operative who gained infamy in recent years for his brash, provocative social media pronouncements told people that he killed the dog because he had received a command from God. Now, officers discovered the deceased animal in the kitchen of the Kincannon parents' home there, and it was a very gruesome scene. They arrived on the scene after 911 calls had come in from Kincannon's father, Jim Kincannon, who told them that his son, and look, his mother had locked herself into a bathroom. Her name is Roxy Kincannon. She had locked herself into a bathroom inside the home because she was absolutely terrified that her son Todd, because he had killed one of their dogs with his bare hands. Now, upon entering the home, police did find a deceased, medium-sized brown and black dog, an animal which appeared to have suffered numerous stab wounds and was lying in a large pool of blood. Several suspect puncture marks were observed on the left side of the deceased animal. Police found a pair of knives in the kitchen sink, which were taken into evidence along with the images of the carnage. What happened to him? Well, this is demonic activity. I can tell you. I mean, and what I mean by that, he wasn't demonically, involved in occult practices of some sort. This is some kind of a demonic spirit that's taken over this man's mind, okay, and really messed him up. Something's happened. Maybe he's had a nervous breakdown, maybe some kind of a medical condition. I don't know, but this is not good. According to Todd Kincannon, he received a sign from God. He said, quote, "I told you, I know I'm the second coming of Christ, and I got a command from God to do it." Todd Kincannon allegedly told a detective with the Simpsonville, South Carolina Police Department. "This is a sign, man," he quoted. Kincannon said, and he told the deputies, holding up his hands. "The last time you saw me, you didn't recognize me," Kincannon continued. And according to the law enforcement narrative of events, he said, "I'm Jesus. I'm not making it up. I have a sign. I'm about to get crucified in the media. The reason I killed the dog is that it's very simple. It's real simple. I'm sorry. I think you all are going to have to take me to a psych institution. I get that," he said. "But I'll tell you from a legal standpoint, it's in the state constitution that God is sovereign, and I honestly think he told me to do it." So Kincannon then told police he wanted to show them the sign, at which point he held up his hands to show his wrist. Kincannon then began praying in front of the officers, at which point he was placed into an emergency protective custody. After being handcuffed, Kincannon told police they were legally required to take him to Three Rivers, a behavioral health facility in Lexington, South Carolina. Kincannon told officers this facility was heaven. Police, though, instead took him to the Greenville Memorial Hospital, which took temporary custody of him pending a psychiatric evaluation. So far, Kincannon has yet to be charged with anything. According to sources, that's only because of this writing. They have not charged him with anything yet. Now, he may get charged with cruelty to animals here before it's all said and done. Now, this isn't the first time. Kincannon was also indicted on kidnapping and aggravated domestic violence charges last April. Those charges were both felonies. And he was also connected to a bizarre 2015 domestic incident involving his now ex-wife, Ashley Griffith. So Kincannon blamed both the incident on an accidental overdose of a prescription drug called benzenate, which he says took the deal with an upper respiratory infection. He later sued the news site for reporting on those allegations, a case that was ultimately dismissed. In addition to these charges, Kincannon was staring down other legal consequences in connection with the dog he allegedly stole from Griffith. Okay, so he goes on and on and on. So it looks to me like this guy was a bright, brilliant young attorney, but something snapped, okay? And it looks like it snapped before he did this slaughter of the dog and started declaring himself Jesus Christ. I think the bizarre behaviors began about 3 years ago, and it's just it's cycling out of control. We really need to pray for him because he's very, very, he's confused and he's not well, okay? Confused, not well. And obviously he needs our prayers. So Todd Kincannon, but this guy was a very well-connected political activist, well-connected attorney, sharp, bright, on top of his game. And then all of a sudden, things started to spiral out of control for him. And now it's way out of control, thinking that he is Jesus Christ and he's been given a command of God to slaughter a dog. It's not good. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. You know, it's getting crazier out here. It's getting really, really crazier. Are you serious? You know, I wrote a book called Zombie Apocalypse, and the reason I wrote it was because of just all kinds of weird, bizarre things like this. The zombie apocalypse things was people eating on animals, eating on people, biting people, superhuman strength, quoting scriptures or running naked while quoting scriptures, saying they're Jesus Christ, these types of things. Now, we find this in some demonic oppression and even some folks, you know, in serious demonic, they're being inundated with demonic spirits. And I covered 35 accounts of this in my book, Zombie Apocalypse. We also talk about this kind of stuff in my video. I did a DVD called Zombie Apocalypse 2. Now, you can get both of those at my website. You might want to do that. Check those out. Help you understand. In the last days, you're going to see more and more and more bizarre demonic activity and more people claiming to be Jesus Christ. In this case, it's very, very sad.